Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about your now day and your state of being following the holidays and with more events yet to come.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
So, did you make it through the holiday season in peace and neutrality? Did you have your buttons pushed? And are those events affecting you now in your now day? How are you doing being around family and friends? How are you doing when presented with potentially uncomfortable situations? Are you thinking before you respond, or are you simply reacting to a situation at hand, or a comment, or a person? Did you get drug into a conversation that you could have stepped away from and have been better off? It's always a choice. Now, if you don't interact with someone, that's a choice also, and that can lead to another set of events or thoughts coming from the other person. So, are all of those events in the past, or have you still got them clinging on to you in your now day today? Are you feeling satisfied with your handling of relationships, handling of peers, handling of responsibilities, and expectations that are put on you by family and friends? Are you feeling resentful that those expectations were put on you and that you did what was expected of you by those individuals, but you really are still holding on to the resentful fact that you were pushed or prodded into doing certain things that you didn't want to do? What's going on in your subconscious in your now day that is residual from the high energy holiday period? And yet, with New Year's Eve still coming, how are you doing? Are you taking control of your life? Are you taking control of your script? Are you being pressured by other people's expectations of you, and whether the expectations are reasonable expectations or not? How are you thinking about those things in your now day, and how are you dealing with them? Any choice you make will affect your upcoming choices. How relationships are affected between you, and if you are in a relationship with a spouse or a partner, how you interact with them will determine interactions down the road. Do you give in to some things simply because of the relationship and then very quickly regret it when you're in the midst of it? Relationships are always trade-offs. And are you okay with the trade-offs that you're making? How are you feeling about the choices that you are making? This is really getting down to how you are perceiving your role, what others are putting upon you, and the choices that you are making, whether to go with the flow of those requests or denying the requests. And the choices that you make. Now, to make a choice and do something that you really dislike, but because of the person that asked you or the relationship that's there, you go through it. Well, if you say yes, then you need to find something in that choice that you can draw happiness and joy from, whether it's bringing happiness and joy to that other person, or maybe you'll find that it won't be quite as bad as you thought it would be, or you'll just go through with it, but when you're through with it, you need to let it be. Get rid of if there's any animosity, if there's any, no holding on. You made the choice. And if you made the choice and you regretted it, then you have no one to blame but yourself. It is your choice. You made the choice to be influenced and pushed by that other person in your life. But you are always fully responsible for the choices that you make. So, how are you doing? Time to take a quick assessment of your mind, your state of mind, your state of being, and did you lose a lot of energy through relationships and the holiday season, that you are feeling the pressures now? Or did you skate through them with ease? You made the choices. If it was family gatherings, then you made the choice to attend. And if it was a relative, or it was your spouse or your partner that drug you to these things, well, nobody can drag you somewhere. You have the ability to say no, and you cannot put the blame on that other person because you made the choice. Own it. Determine what your current nowadays feeling is about that event and move on. Most importantly, know thyself. Why you make the choices that you make, why you will set aside certain desires that you have because of caring or wanting to please another person. You need to own those choices. You need to know why you make those choices. And know thyself. Do you do the things you do to please your parents? The relationships that you're in, whether you have children or not, the place that you live, all of these things. Know thyself. Are you allowing others to write your script and contain you according to what they want you to be, or are you making the choices for yourself? Know thyself. Know thyself. What is causing stress in your life? Why is that stress there? And what can you do to alleviate it, change it? What are all the possibilities for you? Choices. What are all the choices that you can make? Now, for some of you, you may consider some choices to be off the table, but really, there are no choices that aren't possibilities. But every choice leads down a different path with other choices and consequences of those choices. And you need to own your choices. You can do this. Know thyself. Know thyself. And make the best choices for you in your game. Now, if you find the work that I've done within the Matrix and the information that I'm sharing to be of benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with Githya PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.